Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Shannon here with Back to the Cardboard. And man, am I happy you've decided to join me. I know this time of year, time is a premium. I know that because, man, I don't know what's happened this holiday season, but I am so busy. So, thank you for joining me. Thank you for tuning in to my videos. It really means a lot to each and every one of you. So, today I want to talk about my wish list. And as the 2025 baseball season is over with and the year's winding down, MLB had their winter meetings. And some big names made some moves. Notably, Pete Alonso going to the Orioles, Edwin Diaz going to the Dodgers. And then there is the excitement in the Reds country for the Phillies' Kyle Schwarber. It went on for several weeks. Schwarber said he would love to play for his hometown team. See, Schwarber is from Middletown, Ohio, which is really just a suburb of Cincinnati, about 30-minute drive up the road to Middletown. And he expressed interest in coming back home and playing in front of the Cincinnati fans. And man, that got Reds country so excited that our Christmas wish list was going to be answered if we could just sign him. And sadly, our dreams and our wishes were crushed. Philadelphia made the big offer, the big move, which everyone in Reds country figured that. But then we still had hope. We still had our wishes that Crawl and the Castellinis would make an offer for Schwarber that would bring him home. And it did not. The Reds offered $125 million over 5 years. And the Phillies countered with $150 million over 5 years. So let's break that down, shall we? So the Phillies offers $150 million over 5 years. That's $30 million a year. The Reds offered $125 million over 5 years. Schwarber wanted an extended contract. Even the Pittsburgh Pirates kind of tried to slide in there with a 4-year deal, but he wanted an extended contract. So $30 million opposed to $25 million over that 5-year span. That's a $5 million a year difference. Do you think the Castellinis could afford that $5 million extra bucks a year for that power bat that we needed in our lineup? So here's the figures on that. So the Reds' average attendance last year per game was roughly 25,000. Actually, a little less than that. And I am looking at the average ticket cost at $45. And the reason why I say that is because when me and my friends go, that's roughly what we pay for fairly decent seats. I mean, there's some tickets that are a little cheaper and there's some that are a lot more expensive. I'm just going to say $45 average. Take that $5 million and divide it by the $45 average ticket price. You come up with 111,111 extra seats a year that they would have to fill. Take that attendance number, 111,111, and divide it by, 81 games that they would play a year at Great American Ballpark. You're looking at roughly 1,400 extra seats that they would have to fill, butts and seats that they would have to fill every game. Do you not think Kyle Schwarber's bat would put 1,400 more people in the stands? Man, I sure think so. And that doesn't even take into consideration the concessions, the beer sales, the souvenirs, everything else involved there. It doesn't take that into consideration. So that $5 million would have been covered, I believe, easily. But we didn't want to do that. I'm really, really, really disappointed. My wish list was just destroyed. My Christmas wish list, along with thousands and thousands and thousands of other Reds fans' wish list. So now the winter meetings are over. I believe they're over. I think they ended yesterday. The Reds are looking at a couple other, should I say, leftovers, not really power bats. They're looking for Ketel Marte from the Diamondbacks, second baseman. We've got a second baseman. Yeah, he would definitely be an improvement over McLean, but he's wanting 20-something million a year. And then they're also looking at Brandon Lowe from the Rays. And I'm not sure exactly what he is wanting, but I would say it's upwards of probably close to 10 million a year. Anyway, so there's 30 million. Why even spend that if we could have had Schwarber for that same price? But regardless, the Reds have one roster spot open, and that's it. They added some guys because of the Rule 5 draft to cover them, and so that leaves them one roster spot. So to add Marte and Lowe, we're going to have to trade one of those 40 guys to bolster our 40-man. So I don't know. It just does not make sense to me. We could add Schwarber to fill that one spot and not make any other moves, or we could add Marte and Lowe. And Marte, I tell you right now, the Boston Red Sox are looking at him. They'll end up getting him. I just about guarantee it. And don't take this as a bad thing, but I feel the Reds will end up getting someone like Eugenio Suarez, which Suarez is beloved by Reds fans. I personally like him, but he is not the bat that Schwarber is, or even Marte for that. But it is what it is. So today, Ben's my Reds wish list was just destroyed, along with everybody else's, every Reds fan. Today, I want to share with you my top pickups, my wish list, if you will, for 2026. So let's take a look at what I want for 2026 in baseball cards. So I'm going to start this list off with number 5. And this is helping me add some cards to my Hall of Fame autograph collection. I want none other than this card right here. A Tom Seaver autograph card, in particular in a Reds uniform. Why would I want him in a Mets uniform? I want an on-card auto of Tom Seaver. And an honorable mention, I'll add a flawless Cal Ripken Jr., like this card right here, or any Larry Doby signature. Been reading and studying a lot on Larry Doby. I have very few of his cards, and I would like to start my Larry Doby collection out in 2026 by adding an autograph card to my wish list. That is number 5, a Tom Seaver autograph card with some honorable mentions. Coming in at number 4, I want to add to my 1952 Wheaties cards, and in particular, this card right here, a Yogi Berra. Now, I don't know if most of you guys know this, some of you guys do. I'm a real catcher card fan, starting with Johnny Bench and Roy Campanella, which have very few of his cards, but the next item on my list will also reassure that thought. But I like the 52 Wheaties Yogi Berra. An honorable mention, I would take a 1952 Bowman Yogi Berra. Man, I just love this card. I don't know what it is about it. It's just it's the epitome of nostalgia. It's the epitome of a vintage card. And I really love this 52 Bowman Berra. I can't tell you how many times I pulled the trigger on one of these. Now, does it have to be graded? No. Does it have to be perfect? No. I just want one to add to my collection. I can't really explain why, other than the fact that it's just beautiful. And then the next item, number 3 on my list, is not a card at all. It's this right here. The Dale Murphy powder blue jersey. Now, some of you may know, some of you may not, but I am a big Dale Murphy fan, stemming from my days when I lived at home with my parents and we got TNT, or TBS, I guess it was at the time. And I rarely could watch any Reds games, but man, I could really watch the Braves. I could really watch the Cubs. And I fell in love with this man, Dale Murphy. He was my hero. And my softball days, my Little League days, I chose number 3 because of Dale Murphy. And I really want one of his jerseys. Not to display, but to wear. I like the white home jerseys. I like some of the away jerseys, but I remember him most in this powder blue with a script across the front. It says Atlanta in script. So number 3 on my wish list for 2026 is a Dale Murphy powder blue number 3 jersey. Now moving on to number 2, and we're moving up the list. These are some fairly expensive cards for me anyway. And these are the Pete Rose Venezuelan cards. In particular, I'd like to add his 1964 Topps Venezuelan because that is one of my favorites of his. But I would also like to add the 66, which is my birth year. So those cards are hard to come by, and really ones. They're beat up and tattered, but man, to bolster my Pete Rose registry set, I'd love to have one. And I've got a couple, but I don't have a Rose. So number 2 on my list is Pete Rose Topps Venezuelan card. And I'll take the 65, or 64, I'm sorry. If not 64, the 66. I'm not picky. And then last but not least, I want to add this card right here. This is a big boy card. It'd be a big boy card for me anyway. The 1948, we know, 49 Leaf Ted Williams. Now, it doesn't have to be perfect like this card, but I don't want one like this because there's so much better examples out there. But I wouldn't mind a Will Love card. As long as it's pretty close to being centered, I'm fine with that. Do I mind a little paper loss here or there? No, not if it's non-distracting. Do I mind a little tape mark here or there like this card? No. That wouldn't bother me at all. As a matter of fact, I would really like a card with tape on it. That just tells me that someone loved that card enough in its previous life that they had it taped either in a scrapbook or to the wall or something. And would I take a pinhole card? Sure. Wouldn't bother me at all. Just shows me that some kid enjoyed this card enough to put it up where they could look at it. But that is my 2026 baseball wish list. So that's it. You have it. Short and sweet. That is the items I want for 2026. Means I can't have Schwarber. I'll take these cards. And I hope you guys enjoyed that. Hey, I appreciate you tuning in. Like I said earlier, thank you for joining me. Hey, and if you haven't got a chance, be sure to check out my video on the Sunday Signature Showdown. I need some more votes. We've got a really, really good lineup, and I need you guys to vote. If you haven't already, those who have, thank you. And if you haven't, be sure to tune into that. I posted it, I think, last Sunday. So check it out. It's pretty fun. I'm having a good time with it. But anyway, guys, hey, that's all I got. Thank you so much. Once again, remember, collect what you love what you collect, and always keep swinging for the fences. Until next time, guys. Peace. Bye.